Hello guys, bersama saya lagi dalam Alright Napa Channel. Saya ingin membawakan Anda sahabat-sahabat semua untuk mendengar ucapan terkini Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim dalam satu persidangan antara bangsa tokoh agama dunia. Dan dikatakan juga salah seorang yang hadir dalam perhimpunan ini adalah seorang yang juga sebagai TYT, Dr. Majid Al-Kasabi, Menteri Perdagangan dan Senator Pusat Daya Saing Negara Arab Saudi. Jadi terbaik sahabat-sahabat semua, tanpa buang masa saya ingin bersama-sama dengan Anda untuk menonton video ini. Jadi mari kita tonton bersama.
Wa usalli wa sallim ala rasulihil karim wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Rakan-rakan tiba-tiba Perdana Menteri dari Timor Leste, Samani Sabino Lopez, Dr. Zahid Hamidi dan Fadilah Yusuf, sahabat saya Akhul Karim Syekh Abdul Karim Al-Aisa Amin Nu'am Rabitatul Alam Al-Islami, Menteri Agama, Menteri-Menteri, tetamu-tamu yang saya muliakan. Satu penghormatan besar bagi negara kita dengan kepercayaan rakan-rakan dari Rabitah Alam Islami, khususnya Dr. Muhammad Abdul Karim Al-Aisa, untuk meminta Malaysia menjadi tuan rumah bagi satu sidang yang penting untuk meningkatkan kefahaman, hormat menghormati di antara masyarakat Islam dan pemimpin-pemimpin agama sama di Malaysia atau Asia khususnya. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the theme of today's gathering, Unity in Diversity, is of paramount importance. It is one of the passing issues, a new zeitgeist marked with inter-ethnic, inter-religious and inter-political strife. I happen to be a political leader, but Son Excellence, Sheikh, many political leaders have failed. We have seen from the eras of colonialism and imperialism, and then following that, condescending attitude, the hypocrisy in dealing with the issues in the South, the intimidation of people, the double standards of treatment of people of color, of blacks, of different countries. You have seen the utter abdication of moral responsibility in Gaza, which is mind-boggling, which has enraged so many people. So I think this is a golden opportunity. An opportunity for religious leaders now to take the helm, to have the courage to advise the community and leaders. This is a great responsibility, a real amana. We either do something really effective and meaningful through our religious beliefs to propagate the right values of humanity, of tolerance, of compassion. Where is our religion if we don't have compassion and ihsan and rahmah? Where is our religion where we don't talk about justice and adl wa ihsan? What is the meaning of our religious belief when we do condone injustice perpetrated against our people? We in Malaysia is a multi-religious country. Muslims comprise of almost 60%. Islam is the religion of the federation. We have to undertake the responsibility to ensure the Islam being practiced as enshrined in the Constitution. But at the same time, the leadership is committed to ensure there are no excesses We respect the right of every single citizen, Muslim or Buddhist or Christians or Hindus. They have every right in this country. Now, what is the message then? Is this a belief, a practice observed by all? Certainly not. We have heard, we have seen, and more so, my dear brother and Sheikh, who is not only a great da'i but a great scholar himself, Dr. Abdul Karim Isa, he knows, he travels. He's trying to promote that sort of understanding. Because many other countries, religious minorities are being persecuted, being treated as second-class citizens, denied their rights, insulted, abused. And let this be a message that we in Malaysia, although we remain steadfast Muslims and we want to adhere to Islamic principles, we want justice for every single citizen in this country. And this message should be loud and clear to my friends here and abroad, in the East and the West, that this must be respected, whether Muslims are in the majority here in Malaysia or Muslims are in the minority elsewhere. You cannot expect us to do justice and you perpetrate gross abuse and injustice elsewhere. Of course, what is more pronounced is what's happening in Gaza. This is a colonial mindset mentality. Rudyard Kipling wrote about east is east, west is west, and the twain shall never meet. There was probably in the 1930s, 40s. In the 1990s, Sheikh mentioned Samuel Huntington's thesis of the clash of civilization. The West liberal democracy must be in the upper hand. The Muslims and the Arabs and the Hindus and the Chinese will be defeated. What sort of civilizational understanding is this? I, of course, appreciate that many of my friends in Europe and America does not necessarily share this view. And this is precisely the reason why this dialogue is of utmost importance. This is why we consider a new narrative is required. Because the intellectually dishonest will say yes, claiming that these cracks are inevitable results of the culture war. Similarly, the morally corrupt in our societies would be in support, benefiting from the ill that plagues the world today. Therein, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, lies the crux of the problem. Those claiming leadership position in culture, in civilization, in politics, are devoid of the conscience of a human being. In the Quran, Allah have exalted the children of Adam. وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. And for the final judgment is not your class, not your color, not your wealth. Inna akramakum indallahi atqakum is the level of your dedication, of your servitude, and your piety. The difference is acknowledged. I don't choose to have this color, nor you white or black or colored. But Allah have ordained in the Quran that it is for lita'arafu. You see the term, the Quranic term, forgive me, Mashaykh, he's a scholar. Correct me if I'm wrong. Lita'arafu is not tolerance. I tolerate because you are different color. I tolerate because you are different tribe. No. is lita'arafu, is to know one another. Knowing means to appreciate. There is a difference. Now, I don't claim that all Muslims share this view. There are Muslims who are tolerant. There are Muslims who are fanatics. There are Muslims who are terrorists. But they don't represent the Islam. They don't represent the majority. This is important to realize. Now, therefore, we will have to strongly encourage this. For example, this conference, when we talk about differences, some says ikhtilaf al-ajnas between men, some to ikhtilaf adyan. Forgive my Arabic. The muftis are smiling at me. They say differences in race or differences in religion. Why must Malaysia support the initiative by Rabita to organize this conference? Are you promoting liberal views or pluralistic views? No, we do not. We promote lita'arafu. We promote understanding. We promote karamah insaniyah. We promote humanity. And it is the duty, more so of the Muslims, to present a character that is tolerant, understanding, and more so again, compassionate and just. It is therefore my fervent hope, and I respond with respect and affection what the Amin al-Am of Rabitah al-Alam al-Islami suggested, that insha'Allah the Kuala Lumpur Summit will be a permanent feature in Malaysia. It is important, pertinent in this country to promote the understanding of Islam, to promote a message of peace, to promote rahmatan lil alameen, and to showcase and to be advised if this conference you observe among the Muslims here, among the Christians or Buddhists or Hindus here, that things need to be done to be improved. Let me say, I listen with all humility because I want to be like you, to be successful in this dunya and the hereafter. I want to listen to your advice, to your criticism, to your suggestion, how, whilst we are trying our level best to enhance our understanding of Islam and practice what is being ordained in the Quran and the Sunnah Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we want also to convey a message of affection, of compassion, of justice for all our citizens, Muslims and non-Muslims. Our priority, other than that, is to make sure we succeed. There are many in our midst who are living in abject poverty. Will be deprived of the new technology, of digital transformation and the artificial intelligence. And these are important in our lives, of good quality education, of public health facilities. And it is our duty, therefore, to ensure that governance is guided by strong moral and ethical values. Rid the country of excesses and corruption, abuse of power, and arrogance of power. I stand guided. I look forward to your suggestions. And may I express again, Jazakumullah khairan kathiran, special thanks and appreciation to all of you to be present today And may the deliberations give us hope for the future. General people are sick and tired of the bickering among political leaders, devoid of moral precepts and conscience and the meaning of justice. They can talk at the top of their voice about democracy, human rights. We don't know what to believe anymore. So let the religious leaders take your place. Be more effective, courageous in your views, including against your own followers. You may be a Buddhist leader, you may be a Hindu leader, you may be a Muslim leader or a Christian leader. Justice is justice. Never, in the name of religion, condone and allow perpetration of injustice and abuse against anyone. May Allah help us.
Thank you so very much, Yang Berhormat, our Prime Minister. We would like to request all the dignitaries together with Yang Berhormat, our Prime Minister, to gather yourselves around the cube, which is located at the front of the stage. We would like to invite once again.
Terbaik sahabat-sahabat semua, itu dia ucap tama daripada Perdana Menteri kita, Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, dalam persidangan antarabangsa tokoh agama dunia. Terbaik, satu mesej yang begitu baik ya, baru disampaikan oleh Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, Perdana Menteri kita. Jadi sekali lagi sahabat semua, apa pandangan anda? Mungkin walau itu lebay-lebay ini mungkin kurang faham sikitlah dengan ucapan Datuk Seri ini sebab bercampur dengan bahasa Inggeris dan sebagainya. Jadi mungkin kalau mereka tak faham, bolehlah masuk gua. Jadi sahabat semua, terima kasih. Izinkan saya untuk mengundurkan diri. Dan seperti biasa, peribahasa mengatakan, tapapun kangkap 2 tahun keinginan. Dalam bahasa Melayunya, tepuk dada, tanya selera. Sekian saja daripada Alright Napa Channel. Kita berjumpa lagi. Bye-bye.